You there, boy!
Me, sir?
Yes, what day is it?
It's July 13th.
July 13th. Then it's not Christmas. I haven't missed it. The spirits have given me a chance. What a glorious day. I've never seen such a day. You, oh boy.
You again?
Yes. What day is it?
It's August 7th.
I didn't miss it. The spirits have given me time. My goodness. What a beautiful day. I haven't seen such a day. Well, I've seen plenty, but still. You, oh boy.
What?
Well, what day is it?
September 13th. Your birthday.
Oh. Well, the spirits have given me time, but no presents. But that's okay. I still have a chance. Black velvet makes you sneeze. Oh! You there! Boy!
It's me, Josh.
What day is it?
It's October 18th.
October 18th. The spirits of Christmas and the Great Pumpkin have given me a second chance to pay homage to them.
Hobbit! You're drunk. It's disgusting. Get here there.
Another beautiful day. I'm alive. I truly am here this day. You boy, there!
Oh no, not you again.
What day is it?
Is this what you've been talking about?
Yeah, he's been doing this for months. It's Christmas Day, Uncle Josh.
Christmas! I didn't miss it! You bright boy, you brilliant boy, you semi-intelligent human being! The spirits have given me another chance!
What spirits?
What spirits? These spirits! Mm. Ah! Merry Christmas! You're all gonna pay.
So, did you want me to buy you a goose or something?
A goose? Yeah, get some Grey Goose.
Do you like fun and adventure? Then sit back and enjoy the Brothers Not Lovers as they discuss all things movies. What's overrated or underrated? What makes you go really? Or how dare you? Or even just simply how funny this movie can be. You have the insightful, intuitive Davey, who is awesome. And you have the film bestie, Josh. He's there.
Merry Christmas. We're about to review one of our favorite Christmas movies ever while we drink our cocos.
This was nice of you, my brother.
Ashley did it.
You spitting this?
Absolutely.
Alright.
This is something though.
Marshmallows.
Marshmallows, yes. Yeah, one for you, and one for me.
Well, I usually like to have two.
Sorry. There you go.
Oh, overflowing a little. You should put bourbon in there.
No, you did that.
Oh, yeah.
So while we enjoy our cocos, I'm Davey. I'm awesome. And this is Josh, the film bestie.
I am the best around. Nothing's ever going to keep you down, because I'm the best around.
And this is Brothers Not Lovers movie review. Last year we did my favorite Christmas movie of all time, Scrooged. This year we're doing your favorite Christmas movie of all time.
The Showgirl's Christmas?
That doesn't exist.
Does in my heart. Okay. Alright. I see. We gotta go through this again.
Okay,
Well,
Lord.
let me tell you something, cabin boy. You haven't got a clue what I like to do by the swimming pool. So listen up, Beastmaster. Or I'm gonna beat the bastard out of Carolina out of you during my night shift. And then me and Captain Ron are going to visit Jacob the Liar and the Monster Squad while we visit the exotic House of Wax. Along there we will meet the Angels with Dirty Faces, where we all got greedy and went overboard with the cannibal women of the avocado jungle
of death.
Then we went back to the future where we met the ladybugs with our friend Howard the Duck. We all got jawbreakers and it hurt. We became crybaby. Then the young guns came along, took us to the last house on the left and told us to let the right one in to the room. Well, my girl, Supergirl, let me read the autobiography of a flea with the slave girls from Beyond Infinity. I really got to work on the endings to these things.
You should just stop this.
I will never stop. I have a lot to do. I got a lot of movies, and then I've got yours.
This movie was made in 1992
It was directed by Brian Hanson,
and written by Jerry Jewell,
based on A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens,
based on the Muppets by Jim Henson, produced by Brian Henson and Martin G. Baker,
made by Walt Disney Pictures and Jim Henson Productions.
and distributed by Buena Vista Pictures, with songs by Paul Williams and a score by Miles Goodman. Ladies and gentlemen, The Muppet Christmas Carol. The movie opens with the Great Gonzo as Charles Dickens and Rizzo the Rat. This is the only telling of A Christmas Carol that has Charles Dickens as an actual character. He's there to narrate.
And I am here for the food.
Man, can you imagine how much booze you can make with those apples? So much good hard cider.
This is a kid's movie.
Really? Dang, I watch it with Die Hard every year.
Well, I do too, but still a kid's movie. Die Hard isn't technically a kid's movie, but my kids watch it with me.
Gonzo and Rizzo, they're nice and all. Fellow rat to another, but where's Scrooge?
No.
It's Ebenezer!
Played by legendary actor Michael Caine.
Sir Michael Caine.
Excuse me, sir.
Huh? What?
Talking about Michael Caine.
When?
In the movie. I called him Michael Caine and you said, sir.
Yeah, what?
Michael Caine.
What about him?
Sir.
What?
Michael Caine.
Yeah, what about him?
Sir.
What do you want?
Michael Caine. The townspeople all talk about how they feel about Mr. Scrooge. Well, they sing about it.
If they gave a prize for being mean, the winner would be him.
This is a musical.
But it's still a good movie. You know, in spite of it.
What do you mean in spite? That makes it better. Musicals are great. I wish life was more like a musical. Maybe life would be easier to cope with if we could all just occasionally bust out into a spontaneous song and dance routine.
Look how well that worked for Irene Cara.
One time. She got her fame.
Smile for the camera, Coco.
They all sing about how much they hate him.
Even the vegetables don't like him.
Yeah, well, who cares what vegetables think? Okay? I haven't spoken to my dad in, like, years.
He means like actual vegetables, like carrots and onions and stuff like that.
Hey, as long as she's not telling anyone what we did, I'm good.
No. Actual vegetables, like rutabagas and squash.
Oh, the kind you eat?
Yes.
Oh. Wait. They can talk?
Yeah, they can even listen.
How?
Well, corn has ears.
Damn it, I hate you.
I The song continues about how Scrooge way overcharges for his really bad homes.
It's even worse for mouses.
You know what? They deserve to be overcharged. They don't even know the plural of their own kind, their own species.
No cheeses for us, Mises.
I rest my case.
The singing continues and continues until Scrooge takes notice. Once he takes notice, of course it comes to an abrupt halt.
Deplore neglect, demand respect. Right.
Deplore neglect, demand respect.
That's right.
Scrooge is handing his employee Bob Cratchit, played by Kermit the Frog, a bunch of eviction notices that he wants him to give out today. Keep in mind, this is Christmas Eve.
It's not his fault they didn't pay their mortgage. People in the holidays, I swear to God. What do you want more? A roof over your head or a tickle me Elmo?
You're all heart, dude.
Yeah, I know.
The rest of the staff is asking for just another little shovel full of coal for their fire, because they are freezing.
How would the bookkeepers like to be suddenly
Unemployed!
That's motivation right there. State of mind is free, but coal, that's expensive, yo.
Just then, Scrooge's only living relative, his nephew Fred, comes in.
What does this loser want?
He's there to wish his Uncle Ebenezer a Merry Christmas.
Humbug.
Dude, what happened to you? You used to like Christmas.
I did. The years of lonely drinking led to years of watching this. Taught me a good thing. This is how you want it done. But take a cue from Ebenezer, man.
I take it you didn't watch the whole movie.
I'm drinking, dude. You want me to watch a whole movie without passing out? What's wrong with you? I'll tell you what. That's why I didn't get your kids nothing for Christmas.
And that's why this happened.
Ooh! Ooh! Ow! Ow! Have you ever seen such cruelty? Ooh! Ow! That wasn't even the worst pain. It was the emotional damage. Your wife filmed the whole thing.
To be fair, it was her idea. Just then, a couple of guys, played by Bunsen and Beaker, come in, collecting donations for the poor around Christmas. Scrooge is not interested in donating anything. He says they can go to the workhouses. Of course, some would rather die.
If they'd rather die, then they'd better do it and decrease the surplus population.
Yeah! Suck it, Thanos!
After they leave, there's a caroler outside.
That's a great way to deal with carolers. You should get some reefs.
For people singing Christmas songs?
Yeah. Usually I come at them with the flamethrower, you know, like DiCaprio and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But apparently that's illegal. Now, anyway.
That night, Scrooge goes home, and his doorknob changes.
Jacob Marley?
Oh man, I gotta get me one of those. Well, what? It's better than the bass I have hanging on my door.
Oh, like one of those electronic singing fish?
Oh.
Of course, because of that, when he gets inside, Scrooge is a little freaked out.
That's right, Scrooge. That's right. Show that robe who's boss.
Really, dude?
Just trying to encourage the guy. He's rich.
But just as Scrooge is finally settling his nerves...
Oh, look! It's Ebenezer Scrooge!
The Marleys show up.
What the? Thought there was only one.
Not in this version.
In life, we were your partners, Jacob and Robert Marley!
I don't like the one on the left. He's scaring me.
They're Muppets.
Harold.
It's good to be heckling again. It's good to be doing anything again.
This is the only version of A Christmas Carol that has two Marleys, Jacob and Robert. In the original story and every other version, it's just Jacob.
I thought it was Robert.
No, it's not. It's Jacob Marley.
I'm gonna fact check you on Google, pal.
Dude, Go ahead. The only real Robert Marley is Bob Marley.
Yama.
They begin to talk about all the horrible things they did in life for money.
There was the year we evicted the entire orphanage.
Orphanage? As in parentless children? In the middle of winter?
With their little frostbitten teddy bears.
After they remember a little bit more, they actually start to feel bad. And they start to tell Scrooge about how these were mistakes that they had made. They are trying to warn him about what he has coming for him.
Your chains are forced by what you say and do.
Yeah, small price to pay, for a lifetime of good memories.
You're sick.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
What now? There's one more. Big deal.
No, 3 other spirits.
They said 3 spirits.
3 spirits other than themselves. 3 more ghosts.
Oh. Now I have no idea.
So they leave, and the clock strikes 1.
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
Oh. Would have thought they'd use a Muppet, but okay.
Sort of. They created a special puppet that they actually filmed in a tank of water and then green screened it into this. Originally, the spirits were going to be played by Miss Piggy, Scooter, and Gonzo. However, those plans got changed after they retired Scooter because of the death of Richard Hunt.
Richard Hunt is dead? Say spoiler alert before you drop a bombshell like that. What's wrong with you? Oh.
Richard Hunt was somebody who worked directly with Jim Henson for many, many years, mostly known as the voice of Scooter, and he died before the movie was even made.
Now I'm depressed. First Harold, now Richard, then the Green Ranger. Which more death can I take? I want to go close an orphanage.
You know Thomas J. died too.
Oh, God!
The spirit takes Scrooge into the past, and of course, Charles Dickens and Rizzo tag along.
That rope hurts Scrooge in any way. You're going to hear from my lawyer.
The spirit takes Scrooge back to his days as a schoolboy at the school he used to attend.
If a ghost tried to pull me into my past and show me my old school, you'd be hearing from my lawyer.
Yeah. Scrooge sees his old friend and himself as a boy.
Who cares about stupid old Christmas?
Apparently, Scrooge has never been a big fan of Christmas. He's more of a Labor Day fan.
You keep making jokes like that about Scrooge, you're going to be hearing from my lawyer.
You don't have a lawyer. He watches as he gets older and changes, spending every Christmas at that school alone. Mostly because this is the only version of A Christmas Carol that never showed his sister Fan. All the way up until his graduation, when his headmaster tells him he's going to go into business.
It is the American way.
Yeah, boy.
Of course, Mr. Dickens comes over and corrects him.
It is the British way.
I thought the British way was putting vinegar on everything and avoiding the dentist.
It's also naming yourself after every spice.
Just girls do that.
Tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
So tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Let me tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
I wanna.
I wanna.
I wanna.
I wanna.
I wanna.
I wanna.
I really wanna, really, really wanna review this movie.
Me too. Then the spirit takes Scrooge to his first job at Fozziwigs. In the book, in most stories, it's Fizzywigs, but the Muppets have a Fozzie, so it's Fozziwigs.
Oh. Oh. Oh!
There it is. Fozziwig makes a Christmas speech.
Thank you all, and Merry Christmas.
Wonder how the Marleys feel about that.
It was short. I loved it!
That's my favorite speech. Well, that and, Spice Up Your Life.
Every boy and every girl. It's at this party that Scrooge meets Belle, the woman that would become the love of his life.
Well, dump her. She sounds like a gold digger.
He didn't have any money yet.
So the little dame's got him wrapped around her little finger. Tonight, the night when two become one. Eh?
Josh, you can stop the Spice Girls. I mean, I've already given you everything.
Too much of something is bad enough.
Stop right now, thank you very much.
I'm sorry, but I'm naked.
Viva forever. A few Christmases go by and Bella's getting more and more frustrated that Scrooge keeps putting off the wedding because he's not where he wants to be in his career yet.
Well, duh. How like a woman. They always do this. It's like, we're not afraid of commitment. We just want to get somewhere financially stable. You know what? You better ask for a prenup, Ebenezer.
And this leads to a song that was cut out of the theatrical version and most DVD versions up until a few years ago, and even cut out of every time this aired on television, because this song was deemed too sad for the children.
And if you cut it out of this review, I'm going to be contacting my lawyer.
Not cutting it out of this review. We watched this song as kids and we were fine.
Bored, but fine.
Today's generation, you're all just a bunch of wusses.
The love is gone.
It was almost love.
Stop playing with my emotions!
Oh, Rizzo.
Even the rat is crying. It's so sad.
That's so Raven.
Scrooge has had enough.
If you can't dance, if you can't dance.
Why do you delight in torturing me?
Because she's sick!
Leave me.
Huh, just like Belle did?
Dude. You know what? You know what? Saul? It's me. What, it said better call... What a jerk. Commercial said better call Saul.
But now it's 2 o'clock. Time for the next spirit.
I am the ghost of Christmas present.
That's a big Muppet.
That's what the girl that saw it said. Funny.
Yeah. The Ghost of Christmas Present shows Scrooge Christmas morning and tells him what Christmas is all about. And Scrooge is starting to come around. He's starting to see the joy of Christmas.
Don't let him rope you in, bruh. Don't let it happen. First it's the turkey, then it's the goose, then they goose step you into hawking your mother's wedding ring. Let's get some wangy little brat of Teddy Ruxpin doll.
I loved that Teddy Ruxpin. The spirit takes him to his nephew's party, where they're playing a guessing game.
Wait then, is it an unwanted creature?
Often.
Let me guess.
It's Ebenezer Scrooge!
Yes!
I don't like this game. It's stupid. They should foreclose on him.
It's his nephew.
Foreclose. Foreclose. I would do the same thing.
You mean me?
No, of course not. I mean the other one.
You mean me?
The other one.
You mean me?
Dude, that is one creepy kid. We need to do something about that.
I ain't getting on his bad side. Then he takes him to Bob Cratchit's house, where he encounters Tiny Tim.
A remarkable child.
And Scrooge feels bad about their small meal.
I paid Bob such a small amount.
Oh, come on, man. It's the economy. You gotta economize things. It's good for business. Don't feel bad.
You're awful. Even though they don't have much, Bob still takes the moment to toast to Mr. Scrooge.
The founder of the feast.
Yeah, feast.
To the founder of the feast, Mr. Scrooge.
Are you crying?
No, man. You doing your thing.
God bless us, everyone.
I hate kids.
Scrooge asks if Tiny Tim will be okay.
Of course he will. Why not?
That is the future. My realm is the present.
And clearly you're aging fast. But he tells them that he's pretty sure that if things don't change, Tiny Tim will die.
If he's going to die, he'd better do it and decrease the surplus population.
Hey, that's what Scrooge said. He should sue him.
As the spirit disappears because his short life is coming to an end, Scrooge is about to encounter the final ghost.
Zool?
No, it's the ghost of Christmas Future.
The gatekeeper.
Originally, they were going to have Gonzo play the ghost of Christmas Future. He wasn't going to have any lines. His nose was just going to stick out of the costume. But they decided to go with the classic Ghost of Christmas Future. You know, scarier that way.
That ain't scary. Something that scares me, man. They couldn't get nothing on this.
Oh yeah? What about this? The ghost takes him to some pigs that are bad-mouthing him, and then to some people who robbed him.
Now I've got his blankets.
After this, the ghost takes him to Bob.
Not Tiny Tim.
Well, I mean, it's to be expected. In life, he did come up a little short.
Dude!
Why did Tiny Tim cross the road?
Good God, why?
He didn't. He died. I see an empty chair there. Can I have a seat?
That's enough.
Okay.
Of course, this means that in this future, Tiny Tim did in fact pass away because things did not change.
And I had frog's legs for dinner. They miss him so much, they could just make a new one. I mean, they got plenty of felt and string.
Now to the graveyard.
Who was the wretched man whose death brought so much glee and happiness to others?
Duchovny? David? David Duchovny? Please?
No, he's still alive, Josh.
I swear I'm not the man I was. I'll hold Christmas dear in my heart. I'll listen to the spirits. Just kill him, please.
Dude, you are psycho.
Hear me, I'm not the man I was.
Why not? I like the guy you were before. Rich, successful, employer, lending money, good looking.
Yeah, lending money so he could evict people.
If they would pay their mortgage.
They couldn't afford it.
They could if they stopped having kids. Or ate them.
I will honor Christmas and try to keep it all the year.
No, don't you do it. Don't you give in. You can't give in.
Suddenly, Scrooge is awake. He's in his own home, in his own bed. It's morning.
It's just a dream. He's about to get back to business. Old business.
Scrooge opens his window and asks, "What day is it?"
Today? Well, today is Christmas Day.
Scrooge offers the boy 5 shillings if he'll go to the poultry shop and buy the prize turkey that's in their window.
Oh, it's too much.
And so the boy was off like a shot. So even...
He is hungry. He deserves a turkey.
It's for Bob Cratchit.
Oh, God!
On the way, Scrooge finds Bunsen and Beaker and makes a donation.
Why?
That much?
Not a penny less.
Stop it! You're hurting him! Well, you're hurting his bank account at least.
With an open smile and with open doors, I will bid you welcome. What is mine is yours.
Oh, God, now he's singing.
He sure is.
On a sea of love and a thankful heart.
Christmas is in his heart.
I wish I were asleep right now.
Now he gets to Bob Cratchit's house.
You, sir, were not at work this morning as we had discussed.
Oh, I knew he wouldn't give up on me. He sang it out. He sang it out!
And therefore, I'm about to raise your salary.
How's that stick in your craw?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Joke's on them. There's no way she could have cooked that in that whole day.
Got him.
And Tiny Tim, who did not die...
See, that's wonderful.
No frog legs for dinner.
The love we found. The love we found.
So there you have it. That's A Muppet Christmas Carol. One of our favorite movies growing up as a kid.
It would have stayed my favorite if you hadn't made me stay awake to the end.
Well, now that makes me love it even more.
I'm gonna have to start watching this thing backwards.
On a serious note, this movie was like one of our favorites growing up. We watched it even when it wasn't Christmas time. It did have success in the box office as it had a $12 million budget and did $27.2 million in the box office, making a profit, and a decent one, but definitely not the profit that they were expecting and hoping for. But to be fair, they were directly competing in the box office with Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, as well as the movie Aladdin. So
it didn't stand a chance.
Did not stand a chance. If Disney really wanted this to do better, they should have released Aladdin a little bit earlier or a little bit later. It would have been hard enough to compete with Home Alone 2.
Oh, it would never have been able to. I love that movie. Even though I tend to fall asleep before the end.
I love that movie too, but
I love that the villains finally get him.
You really should watch the entire movie. But anyway, no, I love that movie too. But like I was trying to say, that it would have had a chance of doing better if it was only competing with that one. Like, people would have went to see Home Alone 2 and then have been like, you know what, now I'll go see a Muppets Christmas Carol. But when they was like, okay, I just saw Home Alone 2, now do I want to see Aladdin or a Muppets Christmas Carol, they were probably going to go for Aladdin.
Yeah, and this wasn't like today, you know, you couldn't just stream anything. You had to wait months after a movie hit theaters to see it when it got released on this old thing called a VHS.
Yeah.
It's a big boxy thing. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, which is actually how you and I had to see it the first time. We didn't get to see it in theaters. Sadly.
Yeah, and theaters can be expensive, so people had 2 movies. Nobody went to see 3 movies a month.
The film itself mostly got good reviews, but did have its fair share of bad reviews. For example, the 2 big critics at the time that everybody was always talking about were Siskel and Ebert, before Siskel had died. Ebert gave it a thumbs up, Siskel gave it a thumbs down. Which I remember, this is why you hated Siskel.
I hated both of them. Ebert's the one who hated Home Alone and Home Alone 2, but loved the third one.
However, Sir Michael Caine really did want to get the part of Scrooge and be in this Muppet movie because of the fact that he had never gotten a chance to be on the Muppet TV show that celebrities used to come on all the time. And a lot of his celebrity friends would tell him, like, oh, I had such a great time doing the Muppets. If you ever get a chance, you have to do the Muppets. So he did jump at this opportunity, but did inform Brian Henson, if I play the part of Scrooge, I'm playing him completely serious, completely dramatic. I'm not going to get goofy or silly. I'm going to treat these Muppets as if they are just normal actors, which is what made Brian Henson say, you need to be my Scrooge.
And his name is Sir Michael Caine.
And it did work out, as Sir Michael Caine has gone on record to say that him playing Scrooge is one of his most memorable roles he's ever played. Which is saying a lot, considering if you look at Michael Caine's resume, it's huge. He's
Blame It on Rio, Jaws 4,
Austin Powers 3,
Dark Knight Trilogy.
Thing is, when Michael Caine does talk about his experience making this movie, it's always positive. He loved making this movie. He had a great time with it. He said halfway through production he realized that this was Brian Henson's directorial debut and was very impressed by that. This was also the first major Muppet movie they had done after the death of Jim Henson, Brian's father. It was also the first movie that Kermit was voiced by somebody other than Jim Henson, Steve Whitmire. This was also the first Muppet movie where Kermit was not the lead. Wouldn't be the last, but it was the first.
It started a good trend.
I gotta agree with you there. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Kermit. Everybody likes Kermit, but he was never my favorite Muppet. Ever.
Pepe.
A couple movies later, they did Muppets from Space. He wasn't the lead in that one either. But this was the first time they took a chance and said, hey, let's not focus on Kermit the entire movie. Although, thinking about the iconic way that Michael Caine played Scrooge in this movie is funny to me, considering some of the other names that they had originally considered for the role of Scrooge. Like David Hennings, Ron Moody, Peter O'Toole, David Warner, George Carlin. I don't know about that one. I don't know if I could have seen George Carlin playing Scrooge. Peter O'Toole, okay. Would have been a little weird seeing Tiberius play Scrooge. Hopefully he wouldn't have called the Muppets his little fishies. Did he just throw a Caligula joke in the Muppets Christmas movie review? Yes, I did! They also originally wanted Jack Lemmon to come in and play Scrooge, which I could have seen that, but he refused. He did not want to play Scrooge. Jack Lemmon wanted to play Kermit, which they said absolutely not to.
He does not sound like Christian Slater, so no.
What do you... Christian Slater doesn't sound like Kermit.
Baby.
But ultimately, I'm glad everything came together to make the Muppets Christmas Carol. It's one of my favorite tellings of A Christmas Carol. There's been many, many tellings of Charles Dickens' classic tale.
And we will bring you another one next year.
Yes, we will. And who knows, we may bring you some more in the future because, again, there are a lot of tellings of this story. This story has been told more than Romeo and Juliet. A couple years ago, when I finally got a hold of it, I had to show it to my kids. They loved it. We watch it around Christmas time every year because, well, it's just a traditional Christmas movie. So, on that note, if you are one of those people who have not seen the Muppet Christmas Carol, then I highly recommend that you go out and find A Muppets Christmas Carol. Find the version with Love Is Gone, because even though that song is boring, it's important to be in there. And enjoy it. It's a great, great telling of A Christmas Carol. In fact, honestly, I will even say this, even though it's not my favorite telling of A Christmas Carol, I have never seen somebody, in my opinion, play a better Scrooge than Sir Michael Caine. And that includes the legendary Patrick Stewart. Great job, but you're still no Michael Caine. So, there you have it. That's our movie review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications when we post new videos, and leave a comment. Tell us what you thought of A Muppet Christmas Carol. Love you guys.